Hello, and thank you for your interest in an Automatic's PII Vault plugin for Domo Workbench. In this video, we're going to show you how to configure the plugin to mask data. Masking is when you take the identifying PII attributes like people's names and addresses and phone numbers, and you replace them with realistic looking but fake alternate values. So let's walk through there. I've already created a job that pulls data in from a local source. If we take a look at it, it has a profile ID, which is the unique ID for the individual. It's their first name, last name, date of birth, gender, address, email, phone number, and then some other data, in this case, some simple sales data. We're going to go ahead and take this data and send that to the PII Vault Transform plugin. So we add this, we'll be configuring that. Now, the way we configure it is the first thing we need to do is say whether or not we're going to mask or redact the PII. It defaults to redact, but we change that to mask. And the seed value becomes important with masking. What the seed value does is when you want to mask multiple data sources, let's say you have 2 or 3 different databases you're pulling data from, and you want to mask the data and you want the replacement values to be the same for the same individual across all sources. Now, you want them still to be a fake, but you want them to be the same fake value. When you mask data for the same person using the same seed value, you will always get the same result. So Bob Smith would always become Peter Simmons. Doesn't matter how many times you run that through, as long as you have the same seed value. Now, let's say you're doing this once a week. And every database, when you run it through, you want it to be the same, but every week you want to do it different. So you can change the seed value every time it runs, and you would have different but consistent values each time. That's what the seed value does. Let's go ahead and configure the Vault connection. You might have seen this in the earlier videos. We're going to go ahead and configure the address from the PII Vault. Where we get these is from the IT staff when they set up the PII Vault. They may just give you the address. They may even register the account. That'll generate the account ID and API key. As before, we're going to go ahead and test this now, make sure that's right. It wasn't. So I'm going to use different account information because I've been given the wrong one. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in. And now I've got the right values. So I save that. And now I'm going to configure the schema. The schema is the same, definition is the same whether you're redacting or you're masking the data. So if I come through here and I set that to the individual, I'm going to just hit the first letter of not the schema name, although it may look like it. It's the first name of, or the first letter of the item in the list. So date of birth, gender, address, city, state, zip, phone. And then which values do I want masked? Well, I'm going to mask the ones that are fully identified. I'm going to leave city, state, zip the same, and I'm going to leave gender the way it is. So go ahead and click OK. I have those now. I'm masking it. I have my definition. I have my vault parameters. Now, when I save the configuration and I run that, you'll see that we are masking the data, not redacting it. So there you go. Hope you enjoy using the PII Vault.